Good evening, Bhavan. Hello, everyone. What's up? All ready? Hello, Neha. Okay, let's see who is in. Hello, Ashish. Hey, Charit. Harshit. Okay, some new faces. Ketan, Viraj. Viraj is there. Okay. Hello, Mitra. Hey, Lokesh. Lokesh, were you there in the last session? Hello, Manikantha. Okay. Ritik. Rishit. Okay, some new names, I guess. So those who have just joined the group or for the sessions, take it easy. Okay, the sessions will be repeated and don't worry, all your queries will be answered. So don't get overwhelmed. Hello, Himwant. Hello. Hello, Ritik. So those whoever have like, it's your first class, don't worry, okay? Chalo, I need energy now. Come on, where is my ATP? ATP, any bio students over here? Or chemistry students who love chemistry?
Adenosine triphosphate.
Amazing. Bingo. There you go. All right. See, we all, without ATP, you can't work, right? So how many molecules? All right. Chalo, this
38.
is, oh, there you go. That's good. So you're good to go for your NEET exam or for your STEM course. All right, fine. So this is little execution of my versatility into AP biology also. Okay, fine. I also tutor for AP biology. All right, anyways, come back. We are working on SAT, the reading and writing module. And we are working today with the reading part. We are done with your writing, that is your rule questions. There are three types of questions. One of that is reading questions. Then you have the rule questions, which we have dealt with almost like 3 weeks. Yeah. And then we have rhetorical questions. Rhetoricals are the rhetorical synthesis questions and the transition questions. So these are the three varieties of questions we have dealt with. No, the reading part is going on. And yeah. So any questions so far so good? Oh, you love both. Okay, good. Me too. I'm a diehard fan of science, biology, and chemistry. Okay, fine. So as you can see on the screen, those who aren't aware of my name, I'm Sudha Mai, and I work online 365 days, 24 by 7, with students across the globe and in Pan India and in Andhra, every place. Okay, see, I'm trying to breathe some fresh air. Let me wait. I'm just done with one class, right? See, there can be classes which are like right away they start sessions, but I'm not one of that kind because I just ended a session. So I need to have a pause. All right. Okay, guys, I hope you're all doing fine. So let's understand, like we already started with the vocab-based questions. I haven't posted any questions in your Google Doc yet. Any fresh questions, freshly baked questions or made questions? And some of those questions are coming from all the way from Virginia. Yes, this guy who I know, I work along with him. And he is 1560. Yes, he made it to 1560. I coached him and some he has done by himself. Right. So we interact and I bring those fresh questions to our practice. So don't assume that, oh, I know this one. I have seen this question. Every question is important. The fact is like, are you really mastering that so-called skill which makes you get that answer correct? That's the whole point. Clear? So reading and writing basic approach, I've already mentioned how do you work with. That's fine, Himwant. I'll be posting it again. Okay, don't worry. So I'm not individually posting. Everything happens in the group. All your communication happens in the group. Okay, a group, use it. It's a democratic room. You can use it. You can post your questions. If you have any questions, do ask. I'm more than happy to help you out. All right. So reading and writing basic approach, very simple. The funda is very clear. Read the question. Don't ask me what is funda. Okay, that's my go-to word. Funda means nothing but mantra, right? You know it. Till you ask. Chalo. Read the question. Now, what question do you want me to read, ma'am? Okay, I get you. The question is with the prompt, you have a question that comes with the prompt and the yes, and it comes along with the what type of question are you dealing with? Without knowing this, you cannot have the right strategy in the game. Okay. So each question type, there are 8 varieties of questions. And of course, there are also sub questions in that, little more advanced types. So each question has its own way of dealing those things. Okay, so you first try to read not the passage. Children, I repeat, don't go to the passage. Read the question, understand, because the minute you start reading the question, you'll understand what is your approach, what type of approach you have to execute when you're reading the passage. Okay, then identify the question type. Done. Next, what? Follow the basic approach for the question type. So whatever strategy you need to plug in, do it, and there you go. Your mission is only to mission SAT, mission Mars. Okay, your mission is to yes, mark the right answer without panicking. Okay, without feeling like God, what am I doing? My module one, why is it so tough? How can I deal with the rest coming questions? Don't worry. Whatever question you feel like, the minute you read the stem and you understood the question part, you understood this is what is you are really good at, complete that first. Okay. Then you take your time and relax and then complete the rest of the struggling ones. Cool. Chalo. So adapt yourself to active reading. And this is not, you're not reading any of the reading passages for fun or for entertainment, nor for your, there are some fictional passages, but there are science, social studies also, social studies based questions and history based questions, literature based questions, poetry based questions. So definitely you have to put little efforts in your active reading. Okay. Stop yawning. I can see that. I can see everything. I'm omnipresent. I'm ubiquitous. Chalo. So these are the questions. We're already done with the vocab-based questions. There are 2 varieties. We have worked the sentence completion and means. What does the word means? Nearly means, right? That was our last discussion. Now we'll work something on yeah, main idea questions. Acha, whatever I am dealing right now is, I'm going according to the actual test paper. Okay. So I'm not like picking as like, like mix and match kind of. I'm picking these questions according to your question set chronological order. So after a vocab, you'll immediately come across the main idea questions. Okay. And then you'll also look into the purpose-based questions. And there are retrieval, that means detail-based questions. Then we'll work on the dual text, moves to the claim evidence-based questions, followed by charts and logical completions. That's how the order goes on. Okay. So I'm not randomly picking any topics. These are like going by the chronological order of your actual test. Okay. Now, what are those traps? We already discussed on this for those newbies or those who missed out understand in that last discussion. If you find your answer choices that are like exact word to word, you find the word in the answer choice, that is going to be eliminated. Even if it is given in, even those words are changed in an alternate meaning words, okay, then also it is not the same. You cannot get exact word plugged from the passage and put into your answer choice. If that's easy, if it was that easy, then anybody could have got 15 above, right? 1500 and above. Cool. So your first part of your answer of that option sounds absolutely wow, I got it. Finally, my answer choice is going to be true. This is what you're going to celebrate for that momentary, you know, win. But no, wait a minute. The second part of your answer choice is not matching to the passage summary that you have boiled down. So that's not going to be your answer. Eliminate. Next, something that's off topic. Everything is fine. I don't find this option in my, I mean, it's not matching to my the summary that I boiled down. Then that's not going to be your answer. Only half part of is right. Then in that case, that's your point of elimination. So recycled language means something that's like picked up from the text and just exactly there in the answer choice. That there goes off your answer. That's not your answer. Anything in the first half of the answer choice is correct, the rest is not, then it is not going to be your answer. Anything off track, off topic, that again means that it's not going to be your answer. And half right is not your right answer. Chalo, I hope I'm clear on this. Yes, give me a hi. Yes. Simi, yes, give me yes. Is it clear? Give me a yay. Y-A. No, is it? What's the spelling of yay? Huh. Y-A-Y. Yes. In all caps. Y-A-Y. That means yes. I'm bored listening. Yes. So come on. Yay. In the chats. Is it clear? Do you know when are these are the traps? This is how you have to eliminate your wrong answers. There are 4 answers, one you have to choose. Chalo, yay from Neha. Only Neha understood, huh? Preetham understood. Chalo, Harshit also yay. Ratna says yes, ma'am. That means she didn't understand. Ratna, that's not what I want. Come on, text back again. Yay means yes. Good, Ritik. Good. So I hope you all got yay. Bhavan. All right, cool. That's so innocent child. Okay, so information and ideas is where you're going to find these type of questions. Main idea and details. We are working on this. Child, please look. Today we are working on main idea and detail type of questions. Now, my quick question is, they're also called as big picture questions, and I'll also work on the detailed questions as I just said. And there's going to be some 10 questions for practice. So get ready. Keep yourself hydrated. Fingers fastest, and also full on engagement in the chats. Okay. Stop relaxing. Okay. Chalo. Even Muhammad says, test, yes, something is trying to text. Yup, yay, okay. All right. So central idea means, can you read out? Somebody please read out. Somebody, come on, anybody, somebody. Don't make me to take your name. Should I call out? Then you'll say, ma'am, you took my name. Why? Okay, Himwant, can you go ahead? What is central idea? Come on, read out so loud that even your neighbor should know what is central idea. Chalo, chalo, come on, unmute.
Central idea is a primary theme or main point of the passage. It's the what of the text.
Good,
Encapsulate
my boy.
most critical.
Good. All right, this is the what. So what? What is the topic? Movie is okay, but I didn't get the topic. What is this theme of this movie? I didn't understand. So there are some crazy movies like that. I don't want to name it, but there are so many movies. But SAT is not like that. It's clear that you'll understand the central idea, the topic of that passage. The way if you read it, if you apply the strategy the way I tell you right now, if I'm going to reveal it right now, there you go. Main idea questions are super duper easy. Trust me. So this is what type of questions? Like, what is the point? Oh, no, no. What is the topic? Huh. That's exactly what is called central idea. Now let's understand the another part. Somebody come on, read out. So you love this doing me up. Harshit, Harshit, we all want you to read out. Harshit, what is supporting details? What does it mean? You around? Please don't waste time. Just quickly unmute and yeah, read it out. He's not around. Okay. All right. So supporting ideas are nothing but the why, the purpose based. Okay. What is the point behind this? Why is the writer? What does he want to convey us? Okay. So when you're reading a passage, you know, background, even though you're reading for the main purpose, make it a point that from the details, pick up the main point. What is the reason behind him? Or is he trying to persuade us or inform us? Or is he trying to entertain the reader? What is the purpose behind it? Okay. So that all comes around the supporting details aspect. Got it? So central idea means the what. The supporting details is the why and how part. Okay. Little detailing explanation of the character, those additional decorations and all that, that comes under the supporting details. Am I clear? Everyone, let's move on. Now, how do we approach these type of questions? Acha, I'm going to give you a very simple thing for you. You know what? Any paragraph, the idea is hidden right in the very beginning of the passage or right at the very beginning of the paragraph itself. But you know, our SAT paragraph passages are hardly 50 words length. Then they will not beat around the bush. The writer will never do that mistake of beating around the bush and delaying the revealing the main point or main idea. So what he does is right in the very opening, you will understand first 2 or 3 lines, you will understand the main idea of the passage. And on top of this, you have to once you read the passage carefully, you'll identify that uh, the descriptive part, there is one theme that is running throughout the passage. Okay, that you have to identify, and it happens right in the very beginning. Opening itself, you'll understand what type of passage you're reading, what is the topic that he wants to give us, make the reader understand. Okay, so check once you are done identifying the main idea, boil down to some summaries. Write your own prediction. Okay, you write your own summary. Right, I call it as dumb summaries, and they're hardly 1 or 2 words. So the minute you identify this is the summary I got from this passage, now try to predict some answers from your summary. Okay, and then you try to establish relation with your summary and the answer choices. You already know when anything half correct, half incorrect is your elimination. Anything off topic is elimination. Anything that any answer choice um, that is completely giving extra information, that is again going to be eliminated. So what is going to be correct? That matches to your summary. Okay, that matches to your prediction, that goes to your answer. So elimination is easier than finding your actual answer. Okay, so check out the elimination part. Tuck, 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 eliminate. You will get your answer. But double check. Okay, don't be so, I know everything. Bruce Almighty. I'm not Bruce. We are not Bruce Almighties. At times, even though time is running, make it a point that just take a little pause and do a double check. Don't lose out scores in the most silliest way that you think I know everything. I'm super confident my answer is correct. Many students failed in that aspect. I known them for getting 1500 so and but the point is they were super smart but super silly also, because double checking is mandatory. Check your answers before you confirm. All right, so what comes under the main idea? Anything that covers the majority. Chalo, what is the meaning of majority? It's a quantifier, by the way. And such words are also not allowed in your, whenever you find such big words in your answer choices, that is also going to be eliminated. Hey, what does it mean? Majority means what? Majority. How do you quantify majority? 100%? 90%? Huh? Babu, how do you? Yeah, most of the, right. Majority means more. Yes, most. Very good. These are all words I'm purposefully making you say it out. So when you identify these words in your answer choices, there you go. They're ready to be eliminated. You can't have it, but just be careful. Maybe in the passage, they're talking something large, something big, something overwhelming. Then only your answer choice can have that word. If there is nothing very big words used in your passage, like mostly, majority, then you cannot have that in your answer choice. But if there in the passage somewhere it talks about majority of the people in another way, like large number of, or a big size of, or incredible number, if at all you find such kind of words, then you can certainly choose any answer choice that has this big word called majority. Am I clear? Chalo. Maximum, correct. So whatever covers the maximum details that is introduced in the text, that is you're going to be your main idea. So mention any particular points of emphasis from the text that going to be main idea. What it cannot be is too much into the detailing part that goes in the end of the passage. Let's say this is line A, line B, line C. By the time you reach here, you should understand this is your main idea. Okay, it cannot go down, not more than line F, G, H. No, you're not going to identify there. It's all about details, the elaboration part. We are not going to pick up those elaboration. They are chunks of information. We don't need that. Whatever you're going to identify, you have to identify and write in the very opening. Okay, contradicting information from the text is also not your main idea. Clear? Okay, I hope I have given enough written text for you. Now let's do. Come on, come on, come on, everyone. Chalo, chalo, chalo. Need to pick up. Pick your answer. Find out what's the main idea, the main topic. Stick to it. Okay. So what you see here is primarily. Oh, that's definitely a big word. Okay. But wait a minute. Let's move on. Her exquisite means very unique. From your word meanings also, you can identify the answer choice. Calligraphy, this so-called artist was among Japan's most celebrated artists. Okay. She was also a writer. Okay, this is little detailing, I guess. Ceramist, and often inscribing her poems in her own calligraphy onto clay vessels. Good gracious, that's a detailing part. Now, tell me. Oh, mix and match of answers coming up. Many household in Kyoto once featured scrolls produced by. Oh God, that's what I was telling. The, she was admired primarily, mainly for her what? For her calligraphy skills. Okay. And she's the most celebrated artist for this particular art. Whatever remaining is about her being poet, a writer, ceramist, in all her artwork onto clay vessels, these are all details, my dear. A distinctive blend of art forms, not replicated. Da, 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 da. This is too much of detailing. Oh, Bhavan, Neha is correct. Yes, Sami, that's correct. How many of you didn't get this? Otage Rentetsu artistic creations are prized for her unique qualities. Exquisite. Guys, there are phrases and words. Don't forget that they also keep giving you hints. And primarily means importantly. That's the basic aspect of her being popular and being a celebrated artist, not for all these reasons. Right away in the opening, it's clear. And on top of this, I have a word exquisite. And the word that is a synonym is unique. Huh? Acha. Now you got it? Bhavan, is that clear? Okay, let's do a few more, then you'll catch up with the character descriptions and all that. Okay? All right. Same idea, different words. Achha. Just be careful. The one which we have just done it. Okay? Try out. Slow down. You don't need to be so quick. If you didn't get it, it's also fine. But I want the topic to be clear. Watch out for the same word meanings. Different, same idea, but different words. Like synonyms. Okay, has evolved into a symbol of many meanings, many, variety, wide. Huh? So whenever you find such big words, na, circle it. Many meanings means it, and see the explanation. After the dash, there are explanations into how many forms. It is now into political, cultural, African and American, honorary, and everyday usage. So that means it is now part of many, yes, many industries. Many combinations it is being used. Yes, very good. Very good, everyone. Why? What happened, Neha? Think back. Ketan, that's correct. Yes, Sami. Yes, Lokesh. Yes, Ashish. Yes. Acha, so it seems like we only have a handful of them in the room and rest everyone are just what? 27 of you and only 7 students are active in the chats. Why? Should I close the room? Himant, why so? Why is it be dear? Many different types of African textiles are used in modern clothing. We are not talking about many here, many different. We are talking about this so-called Asante. Ghana's Asante people have evolved into symbol of many meanings. This so-called, no, sorry. Kante. Kante is the actual traditional fabric of Ghana's Asante people, the so-called tribe. And this particular fabric is now evolved into many areas like political, cultural, African and American, honorary, everyday. So how is it possible that it's going to be B? Kente has acquired wide range of associations. Wide means what? The word here you can see many. Many means wide. Got it? And whatever you have just picked up, those are all details. What did I tell you? Right in the very opening of your passage, you will identify your main ideas. Got it? Okay. So those who haven't, okay, good, Himwant, good. Good, Charit, good to see you respond. Very good. Be active in the chats, everyone. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is something that you'll find in the main idea. Of course, one question can be possible. Like you have an old idea, let's say some belief, something that widely accepted, but it was not proved. You know, in those olden days, in the past, ancient times, when people's wisdom was only the what do you say matter of discussion, or they believe those whatever the older generations have given them in the form of principles or traditions, those were just you know they were just exchanged between people, but they were not scientifically proven. Correct? Agreed? If agreed, say agree in the chat box. Old ideas like traditional superstitious beliefs, and it was followed by generations. Nobody asked them about it. None of them were proved. They were only by the wise people telling them this happens means this is what it is. And nobody questioned it. Hence, it was acknowledged but never been proved. Okay? Those come under, thank you, Girish. So those all come under the old ideas. Okay? So the traditional ones, not the actual theories, okay, or hypothesis or scientifically proven facts. So the new idea always is about proving something. Some scientists have taken that fact, those tales or some stories or the people's beliefs that something existed, and they tried to do some experiments on it. Is it really true or not? Okay. And it was proven that maybe they will prove something. The science, you know the science, all science is all about proving or coming up with the right information. Unlike the wise people giving us information, we cannot question it because it's given by the older generations. Okay, so people used to believe X and now they believe Y. So this is whenever you see the word, okay, here's your hint. Now. Now means new idea. Use it to means the older one. Okay, you can clearly demarcate the difference in the given passage. Let's see. And many people, these lines are quite popular in such kind of passages. Okay. All right, let's see. So these are some of those phrases that you can use, easily identify. So the old idea description will be there. And whenever the new idea description starts, you will find any of these contrast transitions like, however, but in fact, actually, in reality, but it is really true. In that case, it now seems clear, researchers, when the minute you see research, there you go. The whole old idea goes off. The new idea comes up. Clear? So you will identify that in this particular. I'll give you a minute to read and understand this. Okay. And I also highlighted old and new idea for you. You got it right. So there's a shift in the tone of the passage. Whenever you see but, however, there's a new information coming up, and that's it. That is actually about the new idea. In recent years, researchers have found. So you can easily demarcate or understand where the change is happening. So let's see one such old idea versus new idea, main idea question. Okay. Okay. Don't get overwhelmed because of the science language. It has nothing to do. It's again boiled down to your summary, and then we'll get the answer. Let's see. Okay, so here, wherever you find, however, stop over there, okay? So it was widespread acknowledgement of involvement of cerebellum. Okay, don't ask me what cerebellum. I think most of you know about it. It's part of the brain. And that's for your body balance, cerebellum. A dense brain structure in vertebrates, coordinating motor. Okay, so there's some explanation. Has hindered. Hindered is a very strong word. Whenever you see such negative words, they will really help you to make some conclusions. So this is a negative word. Hindered means, what's the meaning of hindered? Stop. Okay, or like a blockage. What did it block? Recognition of other possible functions in the structure. Okay. Neuroscience research. There you go. Here starts your new idea. From last 2 decades now suggests that cerebellum regulates emotion. Okay, they're coming up with the new ones. It is regulating means controls emotion and social behavior. And recent research by has identified a pathway connecting to cerebellum to a center of for motivation also. Okay, so many new things are coming up. Now see, the previous one says it was hindering some recognition of other possible functions. The neuroscience has come up with some more features of our so-called, yeah, cerebellum. So this guy is capable of many other things. Poor guy was been only condensed to what? Coordinating motor control in humans. But he can do so many things. Okay. So what do you think so now? So the recent verification of pathway between VTA and the cerebellum confirms there is no confirmation. The cerebellum long suspected role in motor coordination. That's not what we are looking for. Okay, let's see your answers first. Achha, most of you are D. Those who didn't get it, this is not a confirmation aspect. They said previously it was about they thought or they were acknowledging it was thought in those days that cerebellum's job is only for motor coordinating motor control in humans. And that's it. That's it. They thought like that. And they stopped recognizing other functions. They said cerebellum is the only guy who works for coordinating motor control. But the poor guy has many other things to do. And that was discovered by the neuroscience people. Okay. Now the same should reflect in your answer choices also. Is it confirming that only the cerebellum has? No, it has some motor coordination, but many more other things. So A, no. Recent advances in the field of neuroscience called challenge. Okay, please, never ever in science, they will never challenge. Okay, they will try to find ways, but never challenge. No big such words should be used. Like I told you, big words, no. They're like deviating you from choosing the right answer. So B is not the right answer. Technological limitations have historical hindered. Why do we need? This is completely off topic. You are left with cerebellum has primarily, this was what primary means initially, been thought to regulate motor functioning. But in recent years, oh my God, it's so clear, damn clear. Superb. All those who marked D, lovely. You got it. No more explanation. So just by the words, you can easily identify what you're trying to mark. Okay. Now, this is fiction-based, focus on those personality trait, quality of the character or plays. So, yeah. This is your literature-based, there will be a character description here. So go through it and try to mark your answer. Let's see. Just find this. The main idea is just character description. That's it. What is the character doing and how is it? No additional information. However, just be careful with, where is it? So found myself as the day declined somewhat embarrassed about the road I'm pursuing. Undulated, guys, find out the meaning. This will be one of your vocab-based question also. Answer choice. Find the meaning of undulated. Very remarkably, and my path for long hour had wound about confusedly. Okay, so there seems that the confusion is one of that aspect. He's confused. I understood. This is my summary. I think he's confused. How did I get that word? In its efforts to keep in the valley that I no longer knew in what direction. See, he doesn't know where to go. He's confused. And I was asking you, what does it mean undulating? Undulating. Nobody's bothered for undulating. Okay. Let's see. Ha, Baba, it is D. But what's the meaning of undulating? Why is it D? The narrator remembers a trip he took and admits to getting lost. Clearly, it is here. What direction lays sweet where I determined to stop for the night? He's clueless, he's confused. Now, where is my answer for undulating? You're the star batch. Seriously. Transition time? Why is it transition? Why do we need to do? What is the word transition doing here? Preetham? Smoothing, getting over. Okay. Yeah. So it's something like this. No, undulating means something that is curvy, like this. So he's having a very rough day. Something like he's moving here like this. And that's why he's directionless. And hence he's confused. Yes, yes. Very good. Yes, Bhavan. Good. So save it in your book. Undulating matlab, write down. You should have all these words. I've seen one of that question, an answer choice, undulating. Okay. One more fiction-based character descriptive main idea question. So, my dear 26 students, what is the main idea? What is the character doing? Yes. What is the character doing? This is your prompt. It's a blurb. It talks about the background, what is happening and all that. So there is a scene set up over here upon Tencel Mott House and her ringing at an unaccustomed means an oddly time. Far and near in the forest and the fields along the river, people began to desert their labor. So suddenly they were hearing the bell ringing of the church. The church bell was ringing and everybody were gathering to know what was happening. So half a dozen women and one tall fellow in the recess smog discussing what the bell betided. An express has gone through the hamlet, okay, an hour before and drunk a pot of ale in the saddle. That's a drink, not. Now, those are way too much of information and you'll be lost if you have so much of information. So the answer is a messenger has brought news that is yet. Okay, let me see your answers. C. Pritam. B. Lokesh. Double time B. Okay. Neha is also B. Okay. Good. Good, everyone. That's your right answer. Why? Because those who might see, we're not talking about the house being broken here. Yes, group has gathered, but what's the point? They're not sure the news that is yet unknown. They don't know what is the news. And yet important enough for the local people to be called together. Yes, they all reached out because and in an odd time, bell was rang and the so-called train-like thing has been, is into their place. So everybody rushed. Okay. Is that clear? Let's do one more. Oh, there will be three more. Yes. Okay. So what is happening here? The sleep no more? Oh ho. Okay. Only Bhavan has answer? Okay, let's do it together. So the most recent iteration of the immersive theater experience was about the Sleep No More thing. Okay, it's some theater thing which premiered in, okay, transforms its performance space. It is moving to its performance space into a five-storied warehouse. Okay, previously it was somewhere else. Now they're moving it to this five-story warehouse into a 1930s era hotel. Okay, of some hotel thing. Audience members who wandered through the labyrinthine venue at their own pace and follow actors as they play out simultaneously, interweaving narrative loops. Okay, there's some the plays, they're describing this location thing. I understood that. Confront. Now they're trying to debate on the impossibility of experience the production. You know, you cannot bring the sleep no more in such kind of location because it has moved to a new location, which is not making any proper justice. The play's refusal of narrative coherence thus hinges on the sense. Okay, so it's about the spatial fragmentation that the venue's immerse and intricate layout generates. So basically, if this so-called theater, so-called play has to be hit, it has to be because of the spatial fragmentation. I mean, the space of that stage plays a very important role. That's exactly it means. Now let's see if any of the ideas match. So what did I tell you? The space has more importance. If this has to be a big hit, as per my term summary, Sleep No More, if it has to be good for a great experience for the audience, the place makes it all different. Okay, the spatial fragmentation plays a very important role to get the audience the feel of that thing. No, Ketan, yeah. That's not correct. The production's dependence on particular performance environment would likely make it difficult to reproduce exactly in a different theoretical space. Chalo, that's exactly why A is correct. What did I tell you? If the Sleep No More has to be premiered in New York City, they have actually transformed it to a five-storied warehouse into a 1930s of era hotel. Okay. So the change in that so-called location is not making any, experience. See, some places, why do you go to hotel? You can go to any hotel. But why do you go to one particular hotel? Because the ambience is really important, right? The food doesn't matter. It's like the place gives the whole feel. You feel nostalgic sometimes. Maybe you visited with your cousins last year, last summer, and this summer you're going again. And that brings back all those memories. For an audience also, it's the same. So if they're watching, the place makes it all different. Okay. So my dear students, 26 students, huh? Now you get it? It's all about the space that matters. Audience members who navigate. I don't need them audience members. The choice of New York City when you likely enable. No, 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 no. It's not about that. It's more about the spatial fragmentation. The spacing is very important. Intricate details. Ouch. So I think you all got it. Neha, Pritam are all really good, doing well. Now, wait a minute. Somebody at C. Why C? I just explain and see. Ketan, why is it C? I just explained. It's the choice of New York City. See, what did I tell you? Hello, wake up, wake up. What did I tell you? Word by word, if picked up from the passage. That option is incorrect. 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 Ketan, incorrect. The choice of New York venue. Same here. As it is, he's picking and dropping up here. How if it is that easy, now you and I can easily complete this task. Am I clear, Ketan? So there you go, trap. You fell into the trap of New York City. Oops. Okay. Let's do one more. These are little longer ones. Please take your time. Oh my God, I've been talking and I'm on mute. How funny. So the so-called biologists have predicted what? Birds' feather structures vary, means differ with the habitat temperature. Okay, the place they live, that temperature, whatever the birds are having now, those feathers will depend on the variety or variations in the living space of the place where they live is habitat temperature, but this hasn't been tested in mountain environments. Okay. Acha. Ornithologists, has so-called person, studied feathers from 249 songbird species inhabiting different elevations. Okay. So what this guy has done, that he was doing some research on 249 songbirds and thus experiencing different temperatures. Okay, they were experiencing different temperatures in the Himalaya mountains. He found that feathers of high elevation, oh, there you go, not only have great proportion of warming downy sections to flat and smooth sections, they do feathers of, okay, I found something that temperature and elevation has something to do with this. So I'll just fix it myself, like temp and elevation. I won't read anything more than that because something I got to, too much of reading is also like, I mean, I picked up my summary. So yeah, let's see what your answers are. If it matches, it has to match with, oh my God, all incorrect. You didn't get it. Let me explain that. So why is it A? This is talking about some temperatures. Initially, temperatures was something of that being tested. Okay. But it was not tested on the mountain areas, only with the some place. Next, let's move on. But this so-called ornithologist, especially, he took up at different elevations. Okay. The survey was done on these songbirds and at different elevations, which were experiencing, see, different elevations, matlab, different temperatures. Correct? Correct? Correct. I understand. So in where the location is the so-called mountains, Himalayan mountains, he found the feathers of high elevation. Okay, the more he was going to the higher altitudes, not or elevation, species not only have greater proportion of warming downy sections to flat and smooth sections. Okay, they were having more feathers. Naturally, they were going to the higher elevations. So it makes sense that they'll have more feathers compared to the low elevation species. Okay, but high elevation species feathers also tend to be longer, providing thick layer of insulation. Shh, so much of science here. Okay. Bob's investigation shows that some species, why do we need some? Don't quantify Himalayan song. It's just a number. 249 doesn't mean some. How can you put that into some? Have evolved. Where have it? Do you find any evidence of evolving here? That better regulate body temperature than do feathers of the other species, contradicting. Acha, whenever you find the word contradicting, that's a very strong word. Okay, we are not choosing this. Not just because the word is there, but this has no relevance to what we are looking for. And on top of this, there's a strong word contradicting. Science doesn't have contradictions. Okay. Next, puff found an association. Yes, there is some link between habitat temperature and weather structure, especially the Himalayan songbirds. This is giving a new support to general prediction. They were predicting something. Okay. So how many of you stick to B? Ketan is B. Now, can I ask one of you, especially those who mark D, unmute yourself and tell me, try to explain it to us so you will get clarity on why your answer choice is incorrect. And thank me later. The results of BARF studies suggest that ability of birds to withstand cold temperatures. Where has this come up? Cold temperatures is determined more strongly by feather length. Length means length. Again, length longer than feather structure. Challenging. Again, what did I tell you? These big words. Challenging. No. Barb discovered that songbirds have adapted to their environment by growing feathers without flat and smooth sections, complicating others' hypothesis. Not at all. There's no complications. To complicate means he must have done some complex discoveries out of it. No. something which is very difficult to decode. Nothing like that. Everything is very clear. Temperature difference, higher the elevation, more the wings or longer the wings for thicker layer of isolation. And I am coolly going with the association part because whatever my dumb summary is, I have identified the temperature and habitat has and elevation has something to do with the feathers thing. There you go. Am I clear, everyone? Yes, those who mark B, please think back. Watch this video one more time. If you have any questions, even then, please reach out to me. Okay? This is too long at this point. Let's do this. Chalo, let's do some poetry part. So here's the thing. Now, wait. Don't mark. Wait. I'll tell you how to decode this. You have 4 parts talking something positive or negative. Rest of the 4 phrases or lines of the stanza will speak something else, opposite. Always it's like that. Now read the first lines, 4 lines, and try to write a summary out of it. And here also, love to write of the beautiful. I'd love to write of the brave. Okay, he's trying to write about the beauty, brave. Read the minds of others and note their winning ways. Something very nice and articulative, quite interesting, poetic. Let's move on this. I would not judge the beautiful by the beauty of their faces, by suppositions or the likes, or their pretended graces. Cha, what an interesting guy he is. Okay. You guys have found out? What is he? Okay, I would not judge. So he's clearly saying, yeah, I would write this beauty, brave, and minds. I'd read the minds, winning ways. But wait a minute. I'll not judge. I'll not do the judging of because you're beautiful or you have beauty of the face or your suppositions or the likes, just for the likes and followerships and your subscription, your be my subscriber thing kind of. I'm not going to do all these things for the sake. Why? Because the speaker is drawn to people who are attractive and graceful. Nah, look at this. This is clearly talking. Wait, hold on. I'm not of that person. The speaker does not feel suited to the task of judging others. Where is this judging part coming? No. The speaker believes that external features are reliable in. No, no. He's clearly telling, I don't believe in all this external things, all this beauty things. The speaker is unconcerned with superficial appearances. There you go. Bingo. All those marked. What did you mark? D. Good, Himman. Good, Ashish. Very good. Everybody got the context. Seems like you're doing really good with this poetry part. Even in the last time also I've seen you did pretty well. Okay. Now let's leave this for tomorrow's discussion and we'll catch up next on Monday. And then we will